Hi everybody, I hope you all like my Captain America blanket there. I love Captain America. This is just going to be a brief reflection on a Bible passage because I was writing down thoughts on a topic that I thought of earlier today, and I realized how incredibly deep it really is. So I figured I better take my time to really think that through and make a really nice video for you guys. But I don't really have the time right now. I'm going off to youth group, so I found an old page that we discussed a few weeks ago, and I thought I might share with you something that I highlighted. So the Bible section that we were reading this time was Romans 12 and 13. And both of these chapters are really about how to follow the law and God's law as well. Like how, you need to follow both of them to what extent, blah, blah, blah. In Romans 13 verse 8 it says, "Owe nothing to anyone except for your obligation to love one another. If you love your neighbor, you will fulfill the requirements of God's law." Then down in 13 verse 10 it says, "Love does no wrong to others, so love fulfills the requirements of God's law." This is kind of obvious because, obviously a huge theme of Jesus' whole thing was love your neighbors and, love, 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 because love solves everything. If you truly, truly love, then nothing is going to be bad. The only problem is that we don't really know how to love perfectly, so we just have to strive to that and it'll be great. Quick interjection here because I realize that totally sounds heretical. I did not mean that at all. Your life isn't going to magically make itself better just because you love. However, if you are loving perfectly and you are striving to love as perfectly as you can, then you can be sure that your actions are what they're supposed to be, and you can be sure that you're doing, or at least trying to do, what God wants for you. So in a sense, if you're always striving for love, your spiritual life will be great, but not necessarily your temporal life. And I guess those verses just sort of threw that in my face a little louder than I usually have it. The church has so many rules, and sometimes it does get a little bit overwhelming, and we just have to trust that when we don't even know if we're doing this for the right reasons. We just need to take a step back and be like, hey, am I doing this out of love? Or am I doing it because I want to be recognized? Am I doing it because I want them to think that I'm so holy? Maybe if you have to do something uncomfortable, something that might hurt somebody else, and you're not sure, is this what I'm supposed to do? You just really have to make sure that you're doing it out of love. This message is also really important for today's day and age because so much of the world has become so alienated from Christianity. It is really hard to approach non-believers or people who have fallen away and tell them what they're doing wrong. Sometimes it's even hard to even start a conversation about anything about moral rights and wrongs. People just get defensive and then they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. Love is a really attractive thing, and they will come to us, just be drawn to us because they want to have what we have, and that is love. So everybody, love your neighbor. That's something new. Anyway, I hope this video was a little bit interesting at least. Leave your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.